The Pacific Community Deputy Director General, Ms. Audrey Amua. I thought that she came from Sue this morning, and she told me that she was arriving from Vanuatu. Just to be here in Tukuraki this morning. So thank you, Audrey, and we welcome you warmly to this village and, of course, back into Fiji. Heads of government departments, I acknowledge the Commissioner Weston, distinguished guests, invited guests, families and friends, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. Nisam Bulvinaka, namaste to you all. I'm delighted to be here with you all in the highlands of Mba to officially commission the first ever non-coastal community relocation. After the vulnerability need assessment conducted by our Climate Change Office, a total of more than 600 communities were identified and registered to be relocated to higher grounds as they were at risk of being inundated by rising sea levels in the future. These are coastal communities. Today we are witnessing a relocation from within the highlands to a more safer and secured site. This relocation points out the fact that everyone will be affected by the impacts of climate change, irrespective of our locality. Not only those living in the outer islands or those living along the coast, everyone will be affected. Therefore, as we adapt to climate change, we must ensure that our communities are risk-informed, resilient, and built to withstand the impacts of climate change. At this juncture, I wish to extend government's gratitude to our development partners, the European Union, for funding this relocation project, and our Pacific community as the implementing agency through the ACP-EU Building Safety and Resilience in the Pacific Project, or the BASRP program. The European Union Head of Cooperation, Mr. Wagner, please convey our appreciation to His Excellency the Ambassador for the generous assistance, and to Ms. Amua, our gratitude once again to the Director General of our Pacific community for all the support rendered towards the successful completion of this relocation project. Tukuraki wouldn't be what it is today without your funding program in the Pacific, and I would like to request everyone once again to acknowledge this and show appreciation with a big round of applause. I am told that the cost of this relocation is around $756,000. I am excited to know that from the initial planning stages, the risk governance building blocks were incorporated into the planning process, ensuring that the project is risk-informed. This is to ensure that the houses are strengthened and stronger and can withstand Category 5 cyclones. The environment is secured in terms of waterways and water management. Retaining walls are constructed, and members of the Tukuraki community have undergone training and awareness in terms of capacity building. Livelihood programs have also been added to the community. Now you have your fish pond, poultry and honey farm, and these livelihood programs are expected to grow and diversify in the future for sustainable, healthy living. Ladies and gentlemen, government has been advocating on building back better and ensuring that developments are risk-informed and sustainable into the future. And today, we witness one such project that is holistic. In the coming weeks, as you all know, our Honorable Prime Minister will be leading a Fiji delegation to Bonn in Germany to attend the COP23 meeting. He will be the president of this large UN conference, where we will be the voice of our small island states, representing the South Pacific region to the world, advocating our plight on the impacts and effects that climate change has had on our lives. The relocation of Tukuraki would be a fine example of the adverse impacts of climate change on a community. It is also a fine example of being resilient. It is also, we are not weakened by the drastic impacts, but we chose together with our development partners, the EU and the Pacific community, to assist our affected community get back on their feet and move on with life. The Tukuraki community will now sleep peacefully and at ease in their newly constructed village, of which they now call their home. From the devastating impacts of the landslide in 2012, the Tukuraki community have been living in makeshift shelters in the greater Akete area and soughing refuge in mountain caves during adverse weather situations. They have been in that state for the last 5 years. Today marks a joyous occasion for the Tukuraki village community as we together celebrate the commissioning of their new village. A village that is safe and secured, a village where they can start anew their dreams, a village that now holds a lot of promises for them into the future. Let me conclude by just one final comment that I need to convey as the global champion for COP23 and also as the minister responsible for rural development. That is the message for all of us to look after our environment. We have a responsibility to look after our environment. I say this because in 2012, after the landslide, the first assistance that we had in terms of air capabilities was provided by the French government through their aircraft, which was sent from New Caledonia. Mateni bebu ke ala mai na kena sangai mel rei nei tu ni ba na rono ndul tinkaru a ba ka mai na no to wanga buka. Orto na kai Branse ke tu mai New Caledonia. Mateni ka kitu ka mai bol kitu be kila na da na buni sisi dingale. So I sent the plane to do the first rounds of the reconnaissance flight into these highlands to take pictures. Mai tambaka ke na bonongo roto na ke Branse. And we came to one conclusion. Nada ba sistiki na nangele. Balatin sarayal na bikaw. Kau bia tato na kay turak na matani ko ke baka sa musu na kau mesum te kita na kau. Balatin reda na kenan daw ni wangangay na lebu ni sisningele tadabuki na nawabu imi moto. Balatin sayali na bikaw na bendelana. Na uza ningai lutu mai sa lutu sartunga indela ningele. Singa talindo na ka me taro na uza se me taurau kina na uza nimber ningai tarana indela ningele. Na buni lenga ni sis ningele. Au vete to na tingo weekenda. Wambimbi weekenda na lenu vanua. Na buku ni nraki baby sa unda sa lau turumatiku. Da marro etiko na be kambula etiko wa politikenda. Balatinin da marro na marro ikenda. Please let's look after our environment. For sustainable development, it is important for us to look after our environment. Ni daga bat kir na baglis kir na kinandau. Garo ni bobinaka. Wambimbi na kena baka tarutal tika na bi daga tali bi baka torda ki tele so on the tukuna ba wansuma that mostly in developments we focus on the economic benefits, but development is not only about economic benefits. Na bi baka torda ki tali sianga ni ka kutuma ni labo. Good, responsible development is balanced. Of course, there are economic gains, but there are environmental implications and social implications as well. Kibakanta binakata me ngarabi bakabina na bi bakatora de taki da roka me na bi kai bakadori e me kaku telanga ni ali na nondangaru nitiko na kibeka e na ma roikenda na be ngona ni mataka. With those few words, I have much pleasure in commissioning the Tukuraki village and, of course, declare it officially open on behalf of government. And we now will thank you, Danebad, Shukriya, and God bless Tukuraki. Come with me. Naka, kalau nggak Ciko. Naka. Let's open that one again. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Still this is the only site around these highlands that can hold the village.
The Minister, for your resilience.
Exactly.
Really, and this is an amazing process.
One of the risk reduction component is the road. This road is a fabric because of the forest fire in the mountains. That's why they constructed the road around the village. That is to break the fire, to keep the village safe.